The SEC on ESPN from the Basketball Palace of Mid-America. What a way to start the 92nd season of SEC basketball. 25th ranked Auburn came here 2 years ago as the #1 team in the country. Saw a 19-game win streak come to an end. And today, Arkansas looks to get its season right by end ahead. 92nd season of SEC basketball underway here from Fayetteville. Auburn controls the tip. If you don't know, this is their freshman point guard, Aiden Holloway. He is a star player, but we've got a clock issue.
Was their only true road game at Appalachian State. He did not play well. There's a lot on this kid as a true freshman starting point guard.
Gives him 22 minutes a game, top 10 in the SEC in assists per game. And here he is behind Janai Broome. He's working on Keon Menafield, just eligible of an early Auburn turnover. By the
26th possession of zone defense this year by Auburn to start the game. A little bit of a wrinkle by Bruce Pearl on the road.
Janai Broome is the leading scorer for this Auburn team. In the last three, he's been sensational, averaging 19 points, 11 boards, and 3 blocks. A touch for the veteran Jalen Williams in the paint, and a beautiful turnaround.
Bruce Pearl's best teams of all.
Trevin Brazil missed all of last season basically with a torn ACL. Misses the three, and Auburn with a chance to run. Here's Jones, and he gets fouled hard by Graham. May have hit his head.
Take a look at this to see it escalates from a personal foul to an F1. You come with hard contact. I believe that will be an escalation to an F.
From Newmarket, Alabama, and he misses the Florida International. Multiple high schools prior to junior. Here's Holloway for three. Both teams slow starts. Auburn 1 for 6. Arkansas 0 for 5 in the first 3.5 minutes. Brazil for 3. Got it. That'll hit
2%. Your pickup point on 11 and white has to be a step or two higher if you're Auburn.
Broome couldn't answer with a big 3 of his own. He hit a career-high 3 last time out against Penn.
If Arkansas is going to down that ball screen with Broome involved, he's going to have some open looks up top.
Loose ball, offensive rebound.
And their depth we've talked about is always an impact.
Nearly 85 points a game for this Auburn team that's 21st in the country. Keon Menafield was at Washington as a freshman last year. Instant. Baker Mazzara behind Broome. And the rebound by Menafield. Sophomore from Phoenix. Pushes it ahead. What a jam by Brazil. Broome working from the elbow. And all of a sudden, Arkansas is hot, and Auburn is ice cold, just 1 of 10. Menafield behind Graham. Got another! Arkansas was 0 for 5 leading into that moment, 4 for 4 since. Devo Davis is on the floor for Arkansas. They're extending the defense to midcourt. And it leads to a jam by Baker Mazzara.
Tom, if you're going to extend your defense,
they haven't seen from us yet. Cardwell with the rebound again.
Tom, Auburn continues to switch 1 through 4 and sometimes 1 through 5. They've got to talk loud in this building.
Baker Mazzara sends a message and then gets teed up talking to Devo Davis.
I mean, why just make the shot and retreat the defense, you know?
Line. One thing Arkansas does really well is get to the line, and this one courtesy of the trash talk from Baker Mazzara. Looked right back at Devo Davis, and acceptable in polite company. Can't knock that one down. Katie Johnson the other way. Auburn 1 for 7 from 3. They got off to a great start shooting from deep against Penn. They had 10 threes in the first half Tuesday night. Donaldson with the lob. Cardwell to finish. Great catfish hole.
Yeah.
Goodness. Great visit with Nick Wright last night at Herman's. Thanks to Will. Shot clock at 5. Here's Davis. Great feed to Mitchell. And with 3 on the shot clock, Makai Mitchell gets it to go.
Yeah, he may have gotten away with shuffling.
Auburn just 28% shooting to start this game. Jalen Williams had a perfect 9 for 9 2 games ago. He's off the mark here, but Auburn with their 6th offensive rebound of the game. That'll make up for the poor shooting to start this thing. Here's Williams again. Right down the lane. Keon Menafield was a late addition to eligibility this year at the end of the first semester. he was able to play for this Arkansas team. Gave him a boost early, and is coming off of a 32-point game with 5 assists. Nobody stops Donaldson. Takes it all the way down Dixon.
Yeah, you can protect the rim, but you have to stop the ball first. And Arkansas, the inability to delete the drive, a concern for Eric Musselman to start this game.
Devo Davis running the offense. Mitchell will step up for a 15-footer if he wants it. Battle, that's a 2. And he nailed it.
Big time score, though. Offensive.
Didn't make a shot in that game against UNC Wilmington. Donaldson around the screen. He had Cardwell but couldn't find him. Took it himself. They'll count it. And then we got a foul on a push-off on the rebound on Cardwell. But to fall off the rim, Arkansas pushing it. And Arkansas in the middle of slump in the middle of this half. Holloway off the window and in.
How about the run game by Bruce Pearl to start that away?
3-on-3. Katie Johnson doesn't care. Took it in, and it's taken away by Menafield. Menafield past Berman. He gets lifted for his second, and it goes.
Really good job by Menafield.
From the free throw line. Became eligible on December 16th. Wasted no time. Moore with great hands. There's a value of putting your hands up on defense. Turns into a breakaway for Auburn, and Williams finishes.
Yeah, to your point about Moore, he's a dog, man. 5 and blue, a fierce competitor. And that active hand right in that passing lane results in another run out.
Auburn 7 of 11 since that Baker Mazzara technical when he was talking trash. Menafield challenged 3, and it did. Moore fighting for the rebound, kicks it to Johnson.
Had the fans not rushed the floor, they've been a fight at the end of that game.
Very well could have been. Look at this pass. Kevin Brazil running the floor up the lefty, working on Graham. Wanted to find an angle he liked. Got pushed out, couldn't finish. Arkansas looking for the lead. And Menafield fouled on his way in by Holloway. Last year, Pac-12 all-freshman team. And got things in order, got eligible, and knocked down the free throws, but we're tied at 22.
I worry about he might be 150 pounds at most. And I worry about your point guard, Tom. They cannot play at Auburn. One of their losses this year was at App State. And they got...
Elite Tennessee defense, one of only 3 unbeatens left in the country for Chris Beard in his first season at Ole Miss. And he was able to get Musa Cisse at the break, 2-time transfer. And Ole Miss seems to be a team that's kind of hiding in the weeds even though they're undefeated. A 3-ball from the wing, and Arkansas goes in front.
The pass is what allowed Tremont Mark to get right into his shot. You want to shoot the ball well, you throw strikes, and Arkansas just threw one.
Katie Johnson inside.
And just went right at Devo Davis off that patented Bruce Pearl flex cut from the weak side of the floor.
First year of SEC basketball was 1932. Kentucky won it that year, and they are just a moment away from starting this season 1-0. A comeback win at Florida in the right into the pom-poms.
Yeah, the pressure release is Trevin Brazil for Eric Musselman today on that baseline out of bounds.
Menafield too strong on the reverse. Baker Mazzara all the way. Got rejected by a pair of hogs. Earlier, 68-62. What a start.
Peachy Johnson has improved as much as anybody in this league, or they're consistent with it every single trip. Great discipline in their conversion offense.
Here's Donaldson. Great defense by Devo Davis, one of the best in college basketball. Baker Mazzara shares it. Cardwell with the jam.
Now, why do you run your 3 guy to the right side? Because especially this year for Auburn, the kid's left-handed. So that time he went with his right, but it really sets up those hard left-hand drives by Baker Mazzara, who just made the play.
Mark found a path and finishes. Come on, Mark from Dick.
It has those kind of numbers.
But a great game against North Carolina earlier this season, but got injured late. Just wasn't himself for the next few games. Baker Mazzara with the masse off the glass.
To my point about putting him on the right side of the floor, still on this baseline out of bounds.
Oh, Mitchell was wide open. Not a great pass. And he couldn't finish because he couldn't get it off immediately. Push ahead for Baker Mazzara.
Yeah, ones you have to catch and ones you have to make.
Baker Mazzara for three.
What a Kickapoo Chief.
I do.
The great Tiffany Dykes.
Oh,
yes.
That's really good. I thought you were going to go Brad Pitt. Was he a Kickapoo guy or Glendale?
No, not at the same time. At least that's what I've been told.
Donaldson with the left. A lot of people would go Tiffany Dykes before Brad Pitt.
Why would
That's on the
Auburn
Wikipedia
continue to jaw? It has cost them twice or three times. I'm telling you, this is going to go down to the last possession type game. And Donaldson makes the shot right in front of the official to Eric Musselman.
It should be evident what will not be
Undisciplined. And you are hurting your team very.
Auburn's made 4 or 5. Arkansas Cold just 1 for their last 7.
Ball pressure is not ball pressure unless the guy with the ball can feel it. And Auburn's ball pressure, the Arkansas guards have felt it.
Davis with the ball fake, and then he walked with it. Devo Davis just
take this thing as close to that shot clock expiring as possible and try your best to get the last shot. You're up 7 right now.
Baker Mazzara to his strong side. Pull up from 15. Plenty of time left on the clock. Bodies flying on the baseline. Here's Menafield with 9. Try to find 6.
Give it back and go.
Katie Johnson, elite speed. Now with 3. All the way down, and Katie Johnson left it just wide, and a heave to the first row. The guy's finishing way past where they have started. Here's Holloway. Shot clock will get into single digits. Contested jumper off the mark. Broome got tied up with Graham, and Williams for 3.
Well, that's a big offensive rebound and a missed cleanup by Arkansas.
Williams. Khalif Battle starting in the backcourt to start the second half. Once again, no Devo Davis. And a big block by Battle. Follow jam from Trevin Brazil.
How good has he been in this game?
Arkansas has missed its last 4. Auburn in a 2+ minute scoring drought.
Again, Auburn was completely shook and rattled at times at App State. They have learned from that experience so far in Bud Walton. And what do? You hammer the ball in. To ever play at Michigan, and they had a guy named Tom Brady. Right? So I'm going to go with J.J. McCarthy and the Michigan Wolverines. Their speed was very impressive in their win over Alabama. Probably something that was a little bit underestimated.
Baker Mazzara has been Auburn's offense for the most part in this one. Broome has come alive the second half, and a spin move and jam. Largest lead of the game for Auburn.
Tom, what a great feel by Janai Broome as he silences the crowd as he runs to the other end. And he felt where that defensive post player was and just spun right off of it. Hey, Auburn is just locked in, aren't they, on this end of the floor?
Hogs only shooting 33% in this one. They've only made 1 2-point jump shot. Oh, and a push off from Devo Davis. Davis just sent Baker Mazzara to the floor. Watch 4 and white
right here. The push off. That's just that's frustration. That's a lot of things.
Weekend of December. This is the 3rd game this season the Razorbacks have trailed by 15 or more.
Baker Mazzara is one of them, and he's won it way more than he's lost his matchup today.
Boy, Devo Davis is sitting on the 2nd row behind the Arkansas bench.
That's where I sat as a player. Nothing wrong with that.
Tonight, Broome tearing it up this half.
Yeah.
All 8 of his points coming at the rim since the break.
There's no fight back right now for possessions. He draws almost 7 fouls per 40 minutes play.
Both of these teams do a good job getting the free throw line, at least typically. Hogs haven't made that work today. Menafield Jr. for 3.
Very patient, was he not? Because the flyby occurred. Minifield didn't get rushed by it. If he's the one guy that Arkansas has that can ignite this team on a 6-8-0 run by himself, it's number 1 in White.
Looking to ignite this crowd as well. One of the best home court advantages in college basketball has been mitigated by sensational Auburn defense this afternoon. Every bit of the rim for the 3 for Chaney Johnson. That's his first bucket, only his 3rd 3 of the season.
How about another good find by Bruce Pearl? A Division II player transfers up.
Lawson for 3. And back-to-back triples for Arkansas.
What triggers the foul, the travel call?
Lawson, part of the first family of Memphis Hoops. His dad was an assistant coach for Penny Hardaway. Minifield for 3.
Told
Got
you.
another!
I told you, that's the one guy now.
Minifield again. And rebounded by Donaldson. You good with that shot?
I am. Yeah, that's the confidence you got to have right now when you're behind. And there's the pressure release again. Just absolutely smoking Arkansas at the rim with Janai Broome.
Went to his right hand. That guy can be hard to guard.
Oh, man. I like what you're thinking.
Tremont Mark with the pull-up.
Yeah,
Arkansas has made only 1 2-point jumper today. Katie Johnson ahead of the pack. Patient with him.
What does Bruce Pearl go to right now to try to keep this crowd in their seats? You would expect no one shoots it before Janai Broome at least gets a touch. So there's the touch.
Working on Lawson. Forgot the basketball. Shot clock now at 7. He's a lefty, goes back to his strong and follows his own miss.
They just can't handle him. You just absolutely today, Arkansas has no answer for Janai Broome. Late clock, isolation, let him clear out. And you're right about both shoulders. He is so good, 4 in blue.
Another miss at the rim for Arkansas. Broome 6 for 7 this half for all 12 of his points in the game. Good denial by Lawson in the open floor. Battle with the shake. Whoa! Baker Mazzara's got great length, and that'll put Battle at the free throw line.
To keep Arkansas at a distance in this ball game. And now he also has, he's an old school physical guy that's built to DC race.
Broome on the bench for the moment, but he's 2 rebounds away from his 53rd career double-double.
But to my point, he's backed up by another true post player in Cardwell.
Shot clock's at 5. Baker Mazzara has it in his hands, looking for Williams. Got to get rid of it. And he just beats the buzzer for Arkansas.
There's just been so many of those shots by Arkansas today. Just hard guarded shots in traffic. The Auburn defense has been sticky.
Auburn has owned the glass. Great rim protection on the other side. Holloway for 3.
And you cannot allow him to do that. This kid can really shoot the ball, Holloway. And he was McDonald's All-American out of Charlotte, North Carolina, prolific prep high school. And Auburn practices with a 4-point line, and this kid can shoot it that deep.
Holloway, the 6th McDonald's All-American in school history. And he was in a bit of a slump coming in from behind the arc. Oh, Cardwell with the foul.
Well,
it's his 2nd. Holloway had 26 against Auburn in the NCAA tournament last year. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll deliver 3. ESPN2 broadcast, North Carolina on the road in Notre Dame. And Mark knocks the second one down.
When does Caitlin Clark play again?
Whenever you see a triple-double,
yes,
that's her.
And a long line of people standing in line for an autograph.
Or to buy a ticket.
And she is by far the most recognizable young lady in the women's game that we've had in a long time.
I think it's interesting you talk about the great women's basketball players of the past. You know, there's a chance that it would be silly just to say Cardwell with the follow jam. It would be recency bias to say, oh, she's the best ever. There have been tremendous players in women's basketball, but she might be the most valuable, Jimmy, in the way she's put it on the map and selling tickets. She sold out Rutgers.
Yeah, no doubt.
She sold out Rutgers.
Yes, we've had great ones from Diana Taurasi. You just keep on going down the line, but
and Cheryl Swoops.
Yeah, but this kid has changed.
Cheryl Miller.
Yeah, she has changed how we watch ball on the women's side, and she is must-watch TV. You could argue she's the most exciting player in college basketball right now to watch, women's or men's, and her ability to pass the ball, advance pass it, find people, shoot from deep. She is a real joy to watch.
Just rises to the moment, certainly. Here's Jones for three.
Man, this is an old-fashioned rear kicking right now by Auburn. But I judge how good is your point guard in conference play on the road, and they have checked that box today. It is shocking how quiet Auburn has made Bud Walton Arena.
Well, one of the reasons is Arkansas just 9 for 25 on 2-point attempts. Talk about the importance of him getting it going for Arkansas to realize its goals this season.
Yeah, well, first of all, he's an explosive. Arkansas cannot be what they're capable of being with Devo Davis being a no-show today like he has been.
Here's Menafield. He's been a breath of fresh air last couple of games. 32 last game, 14 to lead the Razorbacks today. Shot clock is at 4. Brazil with a long 2. Drilled it. Only the second jump shot they've made from 2. Goal was open. Reggie Kofer, respected by everybody in college officiating world, passed away this past off season. Passed away November 1st at the age of 63. He was primarily ACC, SEC, and Big East official, but also coordinator of officials in the Sun Belt and the SWAC. He worked the 2003 National Championship game. And so the officials are wearing throughout the course of the season wristbands to raise awareness to fight leukemia and raise funds. And so, you know, these are guys that we see at every game and that we've gotten to know over the years, and talking with guys throughout the course of the season. They're heartbroken, and rightfully so, with Reggie's passing. And he's in their thoughts every time they take the floor. Katie Johnson with the foul.
Ball. It's a very athletic, long, fast league.
I can't imagine with the demands that Eric Musselman puts on his team, I can't imagine it's going to be very fun practice next time they're on the floor.
It's hard to figure what button to push because, well, there's several of them today that have been exposed. Not a physical club is Arkansas. And their lack of inside interior defense is concerning because Janai Broome is good, but they made him look like one of the top 5 players in the country today. I'm not saying that he's not always, but today, Janai Broome just had his stumble under Eric Musselman 2 or 3 years, but they've always regrouped and 2 Elite Eights and a Sweet 16 in the last 3 years. But the difference this year is they've dug themselves a little bit of a hole before conference play begins. Their margin of error is really small now going forward. And
in an ACC matchup against number 16 Notre Dame. That is the first point.
Tournament games is how you have to approach it. You have to take it personal in your preparation, in your effort, in your fight, in all those things. To me, Auburn took this one personal today. I'm not sure Arkansas ever rose to that level.
Well, we know it'll be a sensational atmosphere. There's Berman with the reverse. Inside the jungle.
And you can question the metrics sometimes, but they came in with a top 15 offense and a top 20 defense, and they have answered both of those again today. They can shoot it. Their guard play has been tremendous. That point guard combination has a 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio.
Donaldson for 3. His first triple coming late.
Did you say 30 is the largest deficit ever?
Yeah, the largest loss ever.
Well,
Came to Billy Donovan's team in 2012.
That's where we're at.
That was Donovan's team, right?
Yes.
Back-to-back national championships. Here's Ellis in the paint. What a performance by Bruce Pearl's Auburn Tigers. The thought was this is an Auburn team with a really high floor, but what's the ceiling? And they have extended the ceiling with this beatdown on the road of Bud Walton today. Back-to-back buckets for Donaldson.
A clinic by Bruce Pearl and the Auburn Tigers. Not only the play call, the isolation reads, defensively just never allowed Arkansas to get into any kind of groove, any kind of a confident isolation game themselves.
Davis for 3. That would have kept it from being the largest loss for Arkansas in Bud Walton history. Instead, it's a 32-point win for 25th ranked Auburn. They get A&M on Tuesday night. You got Kentucky, Mizzou on Tuesday night. Great start, great day of basketball in the SEC.
Yeah, the league again, they're going to have 8, 9, 10 teams in that NCAA tournament. It is loaded this year.
Only the 5th win for Auburn in 25 seasons here in this building. It's the largest win for a visitor in Bud Walton Arena history. Our final score, 83-51.